Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, King Petty here. So today, as you can see, the video is in black and white, and I did that on purpose because I'm also going to be telling you a story, but I'm also going to be getting ready because I have a friend's birthday tonight. Well, a couple of friends' birthdays. I didn't realize how many friends I had whose birthday was in September, and let me tell you, it's exhausting. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to kind of give my story from beginning and to where I'm at now because a lot's changed since I've come out. I came out like my sophomore year, which was like 2010. Yeah, because I graduated in 2012, so 2010. And the way I see it, like me being in black and white right now, is kind of letting y'all see that I'm just like everybody else. So maybe if y'all see me in black and white, y'all won't judge me, which I know a lot of people don't judge me already, but it's been a struggle. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget I am doing a giveaway, so if you are a makeup person, subscribe to my channel and follow my Instagram. I'll leave that down below, and yeah, you will be entered and put into this little glass to win it. Literally tell your friends. It's honestly like a good gift if a birthday's coming up, so or if you just want to be selfish and keep it for yourself, whatever you want to do. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
Girls and boys make some noise till they kick us out. We're the kings and queens today.
Y'all peep that intro at the beginning? Yeah. It's nice, huh? That's actually been in the works for like 2 months now. I was kind of thinking about it. It was either get a new camera, do the intro, so yeah. I've already primed my face, and I'm kind of just gonna push this back so that way I can get all up in my face. I did buy the Fenty foundation, but I bought it in the wrong color the first time, so I had to go back, get a new one. So yeah, and I did get a bit of the Fenty primer, so we're gonna go ahead and use that. We're just gonna put it on my cheeks because I'm also gonna use the POREfessional primer, and the Fenty one feels kind of like lotion. It doesn't feel as rough. As for like the POREfessional one, it's like really silicone, but I like it because it hides my pores and it's like skin tone color, so you can definitely see where it hides all that. And I don't have a beauty finder, so yeah, this is gonna be real rough. So yeah, the whole point of this fucking video, right? So I kind of always known that I was different since I was younger. I mean, I have 2 other brothers, so I have an older brother, a younger brother. I'm the middle child. And it was just always like a sense of like trying to fit in with them because both their birthdays were in January. I'm the only one in April. Clear, they're both straight. I'm the only one gay. It was just really rough. I mean, they kind of knew more or less. Like they always joked around like, "Shut up, faggot!" Like, but I mean, I said it too. That's how we talk to each other. That's how most brothers talk to each other. But yeah, I think I started noticing that I liked boys back in like middle school. I mean, I dated girls, don't get me wrong, and each and every one of y'all have a special place in my heart. But yeah, it was probably like around 7th, 8th grade when I was kind of like, oh, maybe I like the penis. But yeah, obviously like I kept it a secret, and clearly from like coming from a traditional like Hispanic family, like especially being a male, that's just no, it's not common, especially if you know my dad. I didn't really date anybody in middle school, or mess around. It wasn't until like high school when I started becoming a hoe, and I'm gonna say I was a hoe because a lot of people that know me in high school knew I dated everybody and their fucking mama. So yeah, like freshman year, I had girlfriends, but like they knew I was like into guys or whatever. Which shout out to y'all for not like letting it bother y'all. But I mean, it's cause like growing up, I was like, yeah, I'm gay, but I have a wife. I'm gonna have my own kids. Like that's how I wanted it. So that's what I always told myself growing up. Moving forward, let's see, because I lost my virginity, totally off topic, but I lost my virginity in 7th grade, and then like my mom didn't find out till like I was dating this girl my freshman year, and that was a whole other mess, like. But let's see, yeah, so like freshman year I was in band, and like obviously there was like other gay kids, so I like experimented or whatever you want to call it with them to kind of see like where I was at with this whole like being gay situation. So yeah, I started like secretly dating guys like behind my parents, but obviously my friends knew, like they're just like people you can trust. I don't know why you can't trust your parents with stuff like this, right? But I feel like today's age, like it's different, but who the fuck knows? I'm like going totally off topic. So I started like dating guys in high school, and then I started dating this one guy who was like also bi-curious. Like he had a girlfriend before like we started dating, and I would like stay over at his house. Like parents didn't really think anything of it until like this was like towards the end of my sophomore year, so it was like May going into June, because then I went on a band trip to Florida, and that's when we were like dating, we were together. So yeah, we got back, like we were still hanging out, and I get home from school and my mom's just like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, yeah, you look like you're in love, like whatever. And I mean, all the girls I dated like before she's met them, like, and I've dated like a few of my best friends in the past, so she was just like, oh, who's the lucky girl? Is it so and so or this person? Just like naming a bunch of girls, and I was just like, mom, no, like fuck off. And so then that night I was just like, I told my older brother, I was like, hey, I'm gonna tell mom and dad. And he was like, oh my gosh, can I be in the room with you? And I was like, no, what the fuck? Like, don't try to ruin my moment. So yeah, but then at the same time, like, I wanted to tell them, and I feel like my mom kind of already knew, because every time we got in a fight, she's like,
I just feel like you don't talk to me, like, if you ever just want to be like, Mom, I'm gay, like, I'll be okay with it.
and I just looked at her like, okay, like, that's not it, but in my head, I'm like, yeah, but I don't know how to say it, like, now is not the right time, like, we're fucking fighting about something else. So then, yeah, I'm like dating this guy, and I'm like in my parents' room. It's already like nighttime. It's like time for me to go to bed. And I close the door and I'm just like, hey, can I talk to y'all about something? And I was really scared of like getting kicked out of the house, because I mean, it's what happened when you came out to your parents. Like if they didn't like it, they'd just be like. So that was just like going on in the back of my head, and my parents are like, okay, what's up? Like, what's this about? And I just start bawling, like, uncontrollably. And they're just like, what's wrong? And my dad's just like, I gotta pee. So he, like, goes to the restroom, and I'm just, like, crying. And my mom's like, is it what I think it is? And I was just like, what? And she's like, is it who you've been hanging out with a lot? And because I mean, like, she would drop me off. I didn't have a car in high school, so. And I was just like, yeah. And she was like, so you are together? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay. And my dad walks back in, he's like, so what is it? And then my mom, like, basically told him, and he was like, so you like boys? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, okay, well, we're not gonna stop loving you, like, you're still our kid. And I was just like, I was so relieved, like, y'all have no idea. And I was just like, okay, cool, now I'm out. Like, didn't have to, because I've heard stories where, like, somebody tells, like, their friend, and then like their friend accidentally, like, lets it slip in front of their parents, and it's just like, so yeah, I was just like, okay, cool. And then went about my day, went to bed. Then the next day, they're just like,
hey, like, we don't care. You just can't stay over at his house anymore.
I flipped. I was like, that's not fair, like, da 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 da. But they were like, well, you can still hang out with him, you just can't stay over. And I was like, okay, whatever, I guess. But they've never, like, I think within, like, my immediate family, I'm the only one that's, like, openly gay. I mean, I have a cousin, but, like, she doesn't really count. So yeah, like, me and him are still hanging out, and then, like, midsummer, he's like, hey, we need to talk, over a text message, mind you, like. And he was like, I want to get back with my ex-girlfriend, like, her and I have been hanging out, and we're trying to, like, fix things. And I was just, like, doing everything in my power to, like, save the relationship. I was just like, did I do something wrong? Like, is it me? Like, I'll do whatever it takes, like, please don't leave me. He's just like, I'm sorry, like, I can't. And then just, like, ignored me the rest of the day. Boys suck. But yeah, and, like, I was with my best friend Raylyn and my best friend Nikki at the time, and I told them, I was just like, he broke up with me. And they were just like, are you okay? I mean, like, obviously, like, being best friends and, like, trying to comfort me. And I was just like, I'm gonna go home. And, like, we lived in the same neighborhood, so, like, it wasn't a big deal. And they were just like, no, Braylon was like, no, let my dad drive you. And I was just like, no, it's okay, I really need to walk, like, I just want to walk it off. As soon as I walked out her door, I swear, I was, like, crying just as bad as, like, the day that I came out to my parents. Because it was literally, like, a few weeks, like, after I came out to them. And I basically came out for him, which, by the way, if you ever plan on coming out because of somebody, like, do it because you want to, not because you think it's gonna benefit the other person and save whatever relationship you have. Just don't do it. So yeah, I'm, like, crying bloody murder, and as I'm walking, my tia sees me because she's driving back home from the store, and she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing. And she's like, get in the car so I can take you home. And I was like, no, I want to walk. And she's like, get in the car. So I got in the car, and my mom's like, what's wrong? Like, this and that. And I was just like, nothing, like, nothing's wrong. Because I mean, yeah, I came out to my parents, but, like, they just didn't understand, or, like, I didn't give them the chance to really understand. And I was just, like, crying, and I mean, I could barely talk. Like, my throat just felt, like, so closed. And she was like, did somebody touch you? Really? I was like, I'm over here. I mean, I could see why, but I was just like, what? No. And then she's like, well, what is it? I was like, he broke up with me. And I mean, now that I think about it, I would have looked at myself and been like, really, bitch? That's it? Like, but I mean, it was the first guy that, like, I was dating since I came out, and especially, like, weeks after I fucking came out to my parents. Like, it's just like, whatever. So you can see where I'd be, like, really upset. So when I was just like, it's okay, like, it happens. And I was like, no, Mom, I really loved him. And she was like, just go take a warm shower and just we'll talk about it like when you get out. And I'm just like, okay. And then I'm like sitting in the shower just like, and then I like get out, and then she's like, so what happened? I was just like, I don't know, he just wanted to break up and be with his ex-girlfriend. And she was like, stuff like that happens all the time, like this and that, like trying to comfort me. I mean, I'll give it to her, she was trying, especially for like her first gay child. Well, there's only 3 of us, so I'm her only gay child. And then fast forward to all that. This is where it gets like juicy. So yeah, you know how I said that my parents like were still gonna love me no matter what? Bitch. So my dad grew up with like 7 brothers. So you can see how like culturally, that's the word I was looking, culturally, being gay is just like seen as bad. So like his brothers and like my cousins started finding out, and it just got like really like difficult to like try to defend myself. Whoa, I put way too much with everybody. And then it got to the point where like, I mean, my grandmother on like his side, so his mom, like they're really Catholic and stuff, so any opportunity they got to talk shit, there they were. And then it got to the point where like even my dad was talking shit about me and like making fun of me with everybody. And like when I found out, I was just like crying, because it kind of sucks. Like one of the men that you look up to like as you're growing up is like making fun of you because of who you are. Like you can see where it gets like really shitty. And I mean, like just within school itself, like yeah, there was kids that were like gay, but it just like it wasn't common. It's like just not a thing. So yeah, like I was always like really depressed. Like there was times where I cut myself because like certain boys didn't like me. And I don't know, like it bothered me at the time, but now that I see it, like I am who I am now because of all the hate and saying that I wasn't gonna grow up to do great things. Like, first off, bitch, I mean, not that I'm like talking down about my brothers, but like I'm the only one in college right now. My little brother's in the military, good for him. I was supposed to join too, obviously. I said it in a previous video. But I mean, I'm still going. Like, I don't talk to half my like immediate family members, only because like I'm choosing not to. And I see it as like, if you're not gonna take the time to talk to me, why am I gonna take the time to talk to you? If you wanna like, I mean, that's why I still have Facebook, to like interact with my family. Like, if you wanna know how the fuck I'm doing, post on my wall. But other than that, like, I'm just doing it for myself. And then like after graduation, or like graduating high school, like coming to the TWU, I was just like, I'm gonna start fresh. Like, I'm not gonna tell anybody that I like boys. Like, if they find out, like, cool, whatever. And I mean, yeah, like I dated a few girls here too, and messed around, like whatever, continuing my whole life. And eventually, like, people found out, they didn't care. Cool. Because I feel like after high school, it's just like, you just kind of like blend in. And it's just like, if you mind your own business, people will mind theirs too. And then 2014, probably the best and worst year of my life. Well, no, actually, because I met one of my ex-boyfriends back in like 2012. Yeah, like the year I graduated. The first year of like my college semester. My first year at TW. That's when I met him. But this girl that I had, that like I was friends with, had classes with, she was like, oh, that's so and so, he's so cute. And I saw him and I was just like, he's gonna be mine. I'm gonna make him mine. And sure enough, yeah. Made him mine for 3 months till I fucked that up too. This whole story is just like, be who you want to be. Obviously, you hear that a lot, but throughout the years, like, I was really depressed. I was in such a dark place. Like I said, I used to cut myself, but it was also just like being kind of openly gay. Like, it was just kind of hard because I was gay, but I didn't like show it, or I didn't want to show it because I felt like had I done so, I would have gotten beat up or I would have been called names, and that just wasn't something that I wanted my family to be affected by. So at the same time, I kind of just felt guilty, like, for a long time, like, and it wasn't until like maybe a year and a half ago, I was dating this guy, and I took him home with me, because I went to go visit family, and I was just like, hey, you want to come? And he said, sure. And my grandmother, my dad's mom, like, we were sitting in her living room, and she was like, you know what, mijo, like, you can be whoever you want to be, like, I'm still gonna love you. And I was just like, did she really say that? Like, I wanted her to repeat it, I wanted to get her a recording, but I was just like, let me not be dramatic. So, I know this isn't the most exciting story time, but kind of just wanted to come on here and tell y'all, because usually, like, when I first meet people, and they find out I'm gay, or like that I also like girls, see, that's where I was gonna go with this. So I kind of consider myself like bisexual, but it's just easier to tell people I'm gay, because then they go on this long ass tangent about what do I like more, what do I prefer, like da 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 da. And it's not that like I prefer one over the other, it's just I just seem to lean more towards guys. Like, it's the only people that ever come near me. So that's kind of why I wanted to come on here and say this. Also because I'm taking a multicultural psychology course this semester, and like 2 weeks ago, my professor, who I have the biggest crush on, he was lecturing and he was stating how, like, if you're out and you meet somebody new and they are like, you just introduce yourself and you're like, yeah, I'm gay, then you're like having to come out all over again. And it's like, you're not just coming out once, because it happens every day. Like, you meet new people every single day, and it's just like that constant like having to tell people, it gets exhausting, and I don't want to have to repeat myself like 500 times. So next time like somebody's like, oh, you're gay, goes on a long tangent, I'm just gonna be like, watch my YouTube video. But for those that are openly out, what is your story? Like, I really want to hear how that went, because I kind of like, I love talking to people, like I love listening to conversations, hearing their stories, like what they went through and how they grew from it. Because it's just like, it's really inspiring. But I'm not like an activist or like anything with the LGBT community. Like, I'm all for them. Like, obviously I'm one, but it's just, I'm slowly like educating myself as I learn more in this class, because I'm also taking an HIV and AIDS course, and that's just like slowly like opening my horizons to everything in the spectrum. I feel like I'm forgetting something in this, but yeah, I mean, if I forgot anything or y'all have any questions, like, just comment down below. I will reply to you. Yeah, because I'm at a fucking lost right now. But yeah, thank y'all for listening to me for the most part. I feel like I really feel like I forgot something, and it's gonna bother me so much. Oh, well, I guess like I can say like transitioning into like the whole makeup scene. It's actually funny because I used to be in color guard in high school, and the first year that I was in it, or the only year, yeah, because I quit and joined cheerleading the year after, the color guard director was talking about like everybody like wearing like some kind of face paint or face makeup, and I was just like, fuck that. I was like, not me, not gonna happen. And like, I was just still like, I mean, I was out, but still like very closeted, so I was just like, people are gonna make fun of me even more if I like have shit on my face. And I was just like, nope. And I like went on this tangent on like Facebook, and like I was ready to quit, which kind of sucked because like, for those that knew me in high school, like color guard was my shit. Like, I self-taught myself because I really wanted to learn, and I tried out like that year that I was like practicing, and I didn't make it because I mean my grades sucked ass. But yeah, so that was just like me not wanting to do it. And then I think like 2 years ago I was going to a convention with my friends in Dallas, and I had gone out the night before and got like super drunk and was throwing up to the point where like I broke out in hives from like heaving so much. And I was just like, I am not about to like show up in front of all these people with all these like red bumps on my face. I was like, that's not gonna happen. And my like previous roommates, they like wear makeup, and I was just like, y'all need to help me, like I can't do this. And so my roommate Melissa, she was like, oh, I think I have a foundation that'll fit you, just to like cover up like the redness, 'cause that's really all I wanted to do, just cover up the redness. And then eventually like I got like into it. I was just like, oh, this is cool. And then I was just like, I mean, I'm gay, like it's a thing now. Like I started watching Manny, Jeffree, like, so I was just like, maybe like that's something I want to get into. And so I started like slowly buying stuff, watching reviews, like seeing what's good, what isn't good, and just like testing it out, and then like self-teaching myself how to do makeup and stuff. And now I'm here, like I'm at this point. The whole lipstick I like recently started wearing. Probably gonna take it off because I don't know how y'all do it. Women, I don't know how women do it, or like other gays that wear makeup. It's just so like, I think I just have really dried lips too, so it's just like but yeah, that's my whole little spiel, my little coming out story. Like I said, I'm sorry. I really wish this was more structured, but it was just something I really wanted to get off my chest. And I mean, I'm still like learning how to YouTube, and I feel like a lot of people don't really know me. I know like a lot of friends, like they know I wear makeup now, especially a lot of the guys I hang out with. And shout out to you guys for like not judging me and like still treating me like me. But it's just like, I guess that's another reason why I like kind of just want to make this video, because it's like meeting new people. Like I don't right off the bat say like, oh yeah, I'm gay, but I also wear makeup. It's just like kind of just like slide that in, like sliding into someone's DMs. And because I never really know like how it's gonna impact the other person. Like they could be like, oh okay, yeah, that's cool, and then just like go behind my back and be like, bro, what the fuck, that's so weird, like, and just start talking shit. Like, sorry, I do makeup better than your girlfriend, like. But yeah guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And like I said, if y'all have any other questions that I'm pretty sure I forgot to say in this video, just go ahead and comment down below. And also, don't forget to enter, because it is gonna end October 15th or 17th. I know whenever I did the boyfriend does my makeup video, I kind of just like gave it a month so that way I could get a lot of people to enter. So right now I think I have like 25 people, and do y'all really want one of my friends to beat y'all? Come on now. So yeah guys, this is
Real, this is me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now.
no, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to bust out my flag and show y'all me in color, because this is who I am. And if you don't like it, well then fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah guys, stay petty kings and queens, and I will catch y'all in my next video.